Welcome to the second Android application development tutorial. My name is Robin, and in this tutorial I'm going to explain the components in an Android activity and introduce you to the XML Layout code that appears when you first create an Android application project on Eclipse. So, we've got the XML file here, which can be thought of as the user interface layout for the activity. But it's also, this XML file is linked to a Java class to make up the activity, which is here. As you can see, we've got the extends activity piece of code there, which just allows us to use some of the methods in the activity class. You've then got the onCreate method, which is the method that is called when the activity is first created. And we've got this line here, which is setContentView. Now this lays out the user interface, which in our case is the activity main XML file, and it inflates this layout resource for us. So when the activity runs, got the onCreate method as the first to be called, and then that will then inflate the XML layout which we've got here. So when we first make the new Android activity, we get this default setup for us really by Android. So we've got the linear layout set out, and also a text view that displays the greeting "Hello World." So that's in the graphical layout. And if we go to the XML code, see again we've got the linear layout, which just takes up all this section here, from there to there, and that's kind of the container. And inside we've got a view object, which in this case is a text view. So if we then go back to the graphical layout, and we can drag on another one of these text views here, and this palette on the side, it's kind of Android supplies you with a toolbox of standard views to help you create a user interface. And we've got all these different view objects, or widgets as they're called here. So we've got a button that we can drag on as well if we wanted to. We've got radio buttons, progress bars, spinners, all different variety of things. So if we just delete the button for now, I'm just going to add another text view. Okay, and then if we go back to the code side down here, and we've got the linear layout container that I described before, and we can also, as you can see, we've got the orientation. Now at the moment it's vertical, but if we wanted to, we could change it to horizontal, and then we have a look what that does. You can see instead of the text views going down vertically, now text views in the container are just going across, going horizontal. And let's just change that back to vertical. And then, so I just described the orientation, how you can use that. But we can also, as you can see, we've got the layout width and height, and you're thinking, we've got match parent, and what other options do we have? We have fill parent, which is the same, they're both together, and wrap content. So match parent takes up all the possible space on the screen of the Android device, and then we've got wrap content, which just wraps the content of the container. But the third option we could do, we could put a specific kind of size that we want. So we say 50 pixels. Something like that. You can see, yeah, the text views can't fit on the page. So let's just change that back to how it was. Say match parent. So that's basically all the different things you can do with width and height. So you can have match parent, wrap content, or set an individual pixel size. And then if we go across to the first text view we've got here, so let's say so you can see as we got this little string here saying hello world, and you're thinking, where is this kind of coming from? Where's the string value being recorded? Well, if you go to the tutorial section here and go to values, then go to strings, as you can see, you got the hello world there. So there's the string reference we got, which is hello world, which is what we referenced, which is done automatically for us there, and it displays a greeting hello world with the exclamation mark as it appears on here. So it's much better doing that, because when you have a string reference, you can then, if you wanted to alter it, you don't have to go through the whole of this XML code to find it. All you need to do is go to the strings folder, change the value to whatever you want, say test, save that, and now the text is just updated for you. Which should be, just need to clean the project maybe, just to rebuild it. There you go. And there you go, and the text has changed there. So change that. And as you can see as well, if we go back to the XML file, you've got all this these different closing tags here for linear layout. So this is the container where everything's stored inside. The same for the text view. The first text view goes up to there, and the second text view goes up to there. So there we go. I've explained the components in Android Activity and introduced you to the XML layout code that appears when you first create a new Android application project on Eclipse.